Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another video. Today I will be showing you how I build farms. This is one of my very simple versions of farmland that I do. I'm sure that you have seen this type of build in other builders videos, but I'm going to show you how I make it not just a farm, but how I incorporate water features, safety measures for survival, and decorations. If you would give me just a moment, I will get back to my building area. Let's take a look at the example that I have created. I made a little animal pen, a storage area, and farmland. We are only going to be going over the farmland today, however. Looking at the example, as you can see, I used strip spruce for the area surrounding the farmland and different types of stone for the stone and water features. There's a lot of bushes, there's a tree in the farmland, as well as all sorts of other decorations around. This type of farm build is simple enough to use in survival, but also complicated enough to use in server world builds. To start off, I'm going to be using dark oak for this build, but you can use any type of logs you would like to use for this. I just personally prefer dark oak or stripped spruce for these. To explain a little bit about this process, I will be using circular shapes to create the farm. The shape allows for a very organic feel in a hilly landscape, but also allows for a more level amount of uniformity in more hilly or mountainous landscapes. To start off, I will be roughly drawing out the shape and then building it up 3 blocks. For the second shape, I will be going off the longest part of the diameter and once again creating a circular shape and building that up 2 blocks. This third shape is the same thing, only it will be 1 block. And don't forget, you must fill in your area with dirt so that you can start building up the farmland. These circles do not have to be in any particular shape, they can just be randomly done out, or they can just be small, big, it does not matter at this point. Now you can stop here in basic survival, light it up with torches, and call it a day, but I like to get a bit more creative and build up walls around the farmland. Don't forget to leave openings in the farm so that you have space to walk in and collect the crops. As you can see by the example, I have risen up the spruce to create this staggered wall. I will start off by building it up 1 and then vary the height of the columns between 1 and 4 blocks tall. Now, in order to speed up the process of saturating farmland, I am going to go ahead and place water in various strategic places so that we can see later where more water needs to be placed. If you're not a water expert like me, then I can give you some tips on how to place the water. Farmland only becomes saturated with water in a circle with a radius of 4 blocks from the water source block. Now, what this means is you can place water in a direct line 8 blocks away from each other, and it will saturate all the farmland in between. Now that we have finished up the farmland and tilling the land, we can get on to the water features. To start off with, the materials that I use are a combination of cobble, mossy cobble, regular mossy and cracked stone bricks, stone, and andesite stairs and slabs. Oh, and let's not forget at least one wall. It can be cobblestone, it can be andesite, or it can be the stone brick. What I'm doing here is I'm adding slabs to create a slope so that way you're not jumping on your crops and breaking them. As you can see on the example that I have previously created, the stone and the water features are actually very kind of uniform, but also very natural to the side of the wall. Now, building these water features is just a bit of mishmash, strategy, and just playing it by ear. I generally build up the rough shape with cobblestone and then throw in other blocks to add texture and refine the shape. For example, the slabs and the stairs create a gradual, more small slope, whereas the full blocks create a larger and more sharp slope. Now that you have the shape that you were looking for, whether it be a uniform wall or a pile of stone, you can get to adding the water. Now, with the water, you can either use water that is already around you in the world or create the ponds yourself. But since this is a flat world, I'm going to add little ponds around the stone features. As you can see, don't forget to extend the foundation of these stones down into the water, otherwise it'll look a little bit weird. Now that the ponds are complete, we can check the farmland to make sure it's all saturated. My farmland looks to be completely saturated, so I don't have to make any adjustments, but you can adjust as needed. As for hiding the water, I usually use trapdoors, but I have seen other builders use waterlogged slabs and stairs. Now, when you light the farm, there is no rhyme or reason as to where I place my lanterns or torches, but consider the dangers that come with not properly lighting up your area if you are in survival. Now that you have your farmland all lit up, you can fill it with whatever you would like. Potatoes, carrots, wheat, beetroot, it does not matter. There is no rhyme or reason as to what crops that you put in here. It's all gonna grow the same. To bring a little bit more light to the water features, you can also use these water features as a sugarcane farm, or you can make them a swimming slash fishing hole. That's the word I was looking for, fishing hole. But anyway, let's finish this out. Once you've got that all completed, you can sit back and enjoy the view, or you can add more decorations such as flowers, bushes, and even trees. As you can see in the example, I have a tree in the middle of my wheat farm. Thank you all so much for watching, and the next time that you see me, I will be bringing you a new type of farm build that I build in my server worlds. Bye!